I think some of them...
Alright, enough yapping. We want lips because the Rocky Horror Picture Show is up next, right here on DTV. Well, shows are fun and all, but what's even more fun is Farley Flavor's Fabulous Fast Food, and now with even more fiber. Now coming to a store near you. Alright, settle down, assholes. It's time for some family-friendly entertainment. Up next, the Rocky Horror Picture Show cartoon. 5 seconds! Good morning, everyone, and welcome to DTV, sponsored by Farley Flavor's Fabulous Fast Foods. I'm your host, Neely, and do we have a day of entertainment for you today? Remember, Denton truly is the home of happiness, and keep watching DTV. The sun and meaning. I hate that motherfucking light with all I have in my blood. And crawling on the planet's face, some insects called the human race. Lost in time, and lost in space, and meaning. Remember, the sun never sets for those who ride into it. Good night, everyone.
It's time for bye-byes. It's been a great day, thanks a heap. Now it's time for everyone to go to sleep.
Tolerance for I fucking hate the fucking town. Civic pride and civic duty. I fucking hate the lights so goddamn much. You'll find happy hearts and smiling faces and tolerance for the ethnic races in Denton. You'll find a rambling rose and a picket fence, tenderness and innocence in Denton. You'll find conference rooms at a children's playground. Denton is a real okay town. Civic pride and civic duty, and Denton girls are full of beauty.
You may call us the goody goody two-shoes. We're here to cheer you with the good news. That D-E-N.
We got an interview with Richard O'Brien himself coming up next on DTV. And to start to close out our night, here's Dr. F's hour of... Jesus Christ, Farley! You know, you think. You got a choice between me and him, okay? You got a choice between me and him. Get up in this little tiny room, just specifically, for what? For Dr. Frank, some low-rent Frankenfurter impersonator. Since this began, you, Farley, cannot keep up with this. He's not even doing like, hey, ladies and gents, we got any questions in the audience tonight? No, he's not doing any of that shit. That he, actually listened to me instead of giving Dr. Frank a whole hour to blab. He doesn't even talk about anything. He just blabs, 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 blabs. And he does it before the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Your camera girl. I've seen him playing Frank. I am Neely, okay? Sound like a normal person. He doesn't sound like a normal person speaking or a normal person playing Frankenfurter. I was there. I was there. I was there. I was there. I watched it happen. I was there with Brad and Janet. I was there with Brad and Janet. And you chose. I love Frank. Frankenfucker impersonator. I was there. I met the real life Brad and Janet. I met them. I was there. I was there when they humiliated you. And you know what? I stayed with you. I stayed with you. You know who didn't? Brad. Brad didn't stay with you. Janet didn't stay with you. And you know what? Frank won't either. I hate that fucking light with everything I have. Jesus Christ. You can't do this anymore. And you need to get that goddamn light fixed. I'm done, Folly. I quit. I quit. This is it. This is my last show. Okay? I quit. Great knowing you. Great knowing you. Great knowing you, Folly. Soon coming to a store near you. Now coming to a store near you.
Hi there, it's your boy, Lumpy, here with a sort of random video. Yeah, this is the first video on my casual channel. Wow, look at my hair. Look at this. Look at the floof, the magnitude at which my hair exists. My hair is huge at the moment. And it's probably gonna be huge for like the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and talk. Because over the past, I don't know, couple weeks, I've been having like a bit of not breakdown, but like a thing. You know, what's going on? What is this? What am I doing? Because so the thing was, I was sleeping over at a friend's house and we watched Rocky Horror. I know, shocking. I know, shocking. And like towards the end, I started to fall asleep. And it was crazy because me falling asleep during it brought back a real crazy memory for me, like back when my family had cable. So imagine this, it's like late 2000s, early 2010s, and you're alone on your bed. It's middle of the night, right? And you got this little tiny CRT, because my family didn't convert to flat screens until, I don't know, 2015 at least. We had CRTs for a long time. And like, it's cable television, middle of the night, Rocky Horror starts playing. And that's like real weird. But That was the thing that happened to me. And, like, the memory just got reinvigorated by me going to the sleepover and falling asleep as the narrator was talking about, and what about the floor show that had been mentioned? You know, that sort of shit. And I can remember laying there. I would usually fall asleep right around the time warp. Like, and if I stayed up past the seduction of Janet, then I wasn't going to get to sleep until the end of the movie. Which was weird, because that implies that it happened on multiple occasions. Which, apparently it did. I talked to my parents about it. They don't remember anything about it, but I remember a lot of things from my childhood that they don't remember anything about, such as me watching Speed Racer to go to bed when I was a child, or me watching Puffin' Stuff to go to bed as a child, and they're just like, what? We never showed you that to go to bed? What are you talking about? And it's just like, no, you specifically, like, would stop it at this particular point because you didn't want me to get traumatized or whatever. And it was this whole thing with Speed Racer. Not with Puffin' Stuff. Puffin' Stuff has always been fine. And it's so weird. It's so weird. Because this was like a Rocky Horror channel. And I'm coming on here to specifically talk about this. So, it was... Do any of you guys remember Sprout? Because I sure do. I sure remember falling asleep to Sprout as a young child. And I certainly remember falling asleep to this fucking Rocky Horror channel as a small child. Which... Why? What's going on with this? Because in that moment, I also remembered and realized, you know, remember how I had that whole video about, like, the Rocky Horror cartoon and blah, 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 it only aired once, all that shit? I remember watching that as a child. This is like some Mandela effect shit. Like, I remember watching the Rocky Horror cartoon as a child. There is no, like, information on the Rocky Horror cartoon online, by the way. I've tried. I've researched. The only stuff I can find, sources I can find are Gay Kid, an unlisted YouTube video, and me. About, you know, what is going on with the Rocky Horror cartoon. And I remember watching it as a child. So, yeah. What's going on here? What's going on? What is the deal? And it just gets stranger as I, like, dive deeper into my memories of this. I had kind of a block, like Sprout, where it would show the more kid-friendly content, and then, like, at like 11, it would switch over to just this random guy just talking for, like, a hot minute. And it was real weird. It was real weird. And he would talk for like an hour about random shit. And it was different every time, if I remember correctly. It was different every time. And he'd just talk. Yeah. He'd just talk. And then at midnight, the movie would start. And I'm like I'm wondering if I'm going insane over here. I must be, because again, I did like no research into this before filming this. But like, do any of you guys remember this? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I've been thinking about. That's what's been going on in my life. What's been going on in yours? I'll see you whenever I upload again. Bye. Hello yet again, everyone. It's your boy, Lumpy. I've been posting a lot on this channel, I guess, but I don't know. So yeah. So I wanted to give you an update. Remember how I was telling you about the stupid cable channel that I had when I was a child? Turns out it was a real thing, and I was delusional. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Who would have ever guessed? Looking up sources, right? Found a fucking Google site. A fucking Google site about this. Which, you know, Google site isn't the most reliable source, but it's something. It's someone who remembers what the fuck this was. This is exciting. It's lost media. Like, you know when the whole everyone knows that thing was going on, and everyone was just like, and that one guy was just like, I don't want to be part of your stupid ARG bullshit, you know, being a real boomer douchebag about it. I feel like that's me with this Rocky Horror channel. I don't want to be part of your stupid your stupid lost media bullshit. I don't want to get slendered. I don't want Rocky to come into my room at 3 a.m. and give me the gay potion off the dark web. I'm already gay enough as it is. Why do you think I got the glasses and the fucking cave down shirt? But yeah. Like, it's so weird. It's so crazy. Wow, we actually got something that is there, that is real, that is a thing. Yep, indeed, we did. And it looks, I mean, just as weird as I remember, honestly. But the website, it did give me something. It gave me a hint as to what's going on. So, apparently, it got canned. They were told that they had to neutral everything down, or else it would be canned. And apparently, it wasn't related to Fox in any way. It was like a fan-made thing. Which is weird. Which is real fucking weird. Don't you think? I mean, it's a weird little thing. It's a weird little thing. Okay. Alright. I looked into it more. This is filmed on the same day as the rest of that shit. I filmed the outro too early, apparently. So, DTV was an actual TV channel. Back, not Denton TV, Deutschland TV. To my German friend, I am so sorry, I completely butchered that. Deutschland. Oh, she's gonna be so pissed at me. Deutschland TV. Which Okay. 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 Okay, Curly Pop. Go off, I guess. And it's hard to find information on it. Apparently, I didn't Google. I only Googled Rocky Horror TV channel, and not, DTV. And DTV also stands for digital television, which is stupid and basically streaming, I guess. I don't know how actual TVs work. I don't know about that shit. I'm into the shows, not how you get them on the air. So it was a real German channel. Yeah. No, it's not getting creepy. I'm not like some analog horror protagonist who's gonna be like, I should make that the thumbnail. Let's scare the bejesus out of me, I know that. Analog horror protagonist who, like, it's just so sad and pathetic, and I got murdered. I got murdered by my boss. Can't murder something that wasn't there. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that, like, someone has, like, a recording of it or something. A recording specifically of the guy talking. Because that's what I'm invested in. I'm invested in the video of the guy talking to the camera. Like, I'm not invested in the fact that it's a Rocky Horror cable channel that I used to watch as a small child. I'm invested in the guy who used to talk before Rocky Horror every night. I'm invested in, like, hearing this guy talk again, because his voice was so fucking soothing, and he would talk about random shit. So, I really hope that, like, recording of him exists somehow out there. Cause that would just be so slay. That would be great. That would be great. I would love that. And that would be great. I'd love that. That's how my day has been. How's yours? Hi. It's your boy, Lumpy. So today was, I don't know, it was a special day. It was, when I'm recording this was my birthday. Got a few things. I'm very excited. I got a few things. One of the things I got is this shock treatment shirt. Cause I'm gay. I'm so silly goofy like that. I'm very tired, but I don't know. Felt like now would be a appropriate time to film this, cause I found a website. This channel is very quickly devolving into just finding this piece of Rocky Horror lost media. Because I'm not even sure if it's entirely lost. It was the 2010s. How lost can it be? I don't know. But it's the sort of thing that I found this website. They just, like, updated. I don't know, it's been a while since I've filmed, like a week, and I've been filming these for like a month at this point. But on this website, they uploaded footage. So I'm not insane, okay? I'm me insane. I could never be. I mean, I'm very mentally ill, but I'm not insane. I'm not crazy over here. I'm autistic and I ADHD and all that shit, but I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. This was a real thing. And without the consent of the website owner, because, you know, I'm trying to archive this over here, because I don't know. I don't get to archive shit. I don't get to find shit. Like, I'm very in the Puff and Stuff fandom, but I don't get to archive shit. I get to find cool shit, but I'm never the one to archive it. Like, I just got a Puff and Stuff film reel, but Jesus, like, why? Like, I'm not archiving shit by you know, filming it, but this is something I get to archive. I get to discover something for me to find out about. So yeah, I'm just gonna play it in full. I'll link the website in the description. But yeah.
To start to close out our night, here's Dr. F's hour of...
Hi. So, we found out about my little hyperfixation, the whole reason I want to find this goddamn channel, this goddamn fucking DTV. We found out the name. We found out what it was. We found out who it was. So I'm so excited because we know it's a very bad Frank impersonator. That's so exciting for me, cause like, I didn't know who it was. I didn't know, like, is this supposed to be like a chronologist? Is this supposed to be, you know, what is this supposed to be? No. We know now that it's a Frank impersonator, and the whole reason I didn't know was because he's really bad at his job. I'm not even gonna lie. I am not even gonna lie. I am so excited.
Wish you were born a girl. Wish you were born a girl, so I could have been your boyfriend.
I tried to start this channel, but it didn't really work. And I'm doing a bit of an art project in my room to like bring in the new year. So the 1,000 Paper Cranes by heart. First thing I learned how to make was butterflies. Recently, at one of those doctors again, the receptionist there, she still had one of my origami pieces to give you hope. I genuinely wish I could just like go to like Loving Island or something and just leave this all behind.
Everything, those years of losing, confusion and insecurity, they would have been shared, they would have been easier. Oh Tim, wish you were born a girl, wish you were born a girl, so I could have been your fiancé. I'm not saying you can't be all these things for me, but you're not the same, cause you're a man, and so am I.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Look at this. Lumpy got dressed up for one of his videos. What a shocking revelation. Hi everyone. It's your boy, Lumpy. I haven't filmed one of these in a hot minute. So this is for second channel, the Nerdy Dancer. Love that. Love that for me. I'm not dying. You're dying. But anyway, I got like super fancy dressed up for this video. Because, why did I get super fancy dressed up for this video? Because I'm going through what every single artist and person and autistic person dreads: burnout. Then, this is like an update on that thing. I was telling you, I'm talking too much about this dumb fucking Rocky Horror channel. Fuck. Like, if Puffin... I'm going to force the Rocky Horror special interest out of my body. I am not allowing myself to become special interested on Rocky Horror, okay? I already did the fucking weird 70s shit with Puffin stuff. I'm not fucking getting into Rocky Horror, okay? I mean, I already am, but I'm not getting more in than this. Puffin stuff for life. Puffin stuff for life, dude. What was that your accent even? Okay, so that John, I think that's his name. Talking to this John guy online, right? He's this weirdo. I mean, he's not like really a weirdo, but you know. He wanted to get in contact with me because, you know. You know, we're talking, and he's just like, hey, this host person, Neely, you know, I found out her real name, and you wanna know what? This is another reason why I'm, like, super fucking burnt out right now. You wanna know what? This is her name. She still lives in Wilmington with us. I've never met John, like, in person, but, you know, we both live in the same area, so, I mean, we both live in the same area, so, it's not that baffling, right? But he's like, hey, I found her real name. And I'm just like, oh, cause you know my theoretical aunt I was talking about earlier. So, a little known fact about me, I am adopted. It was this weird little thing. My So my aunt, right, she knew this lady. Lady was just like, hey, do you want this baby? My aunt was just like, no. But my brother and his wife do. And that baby was me. And those people are my parents, so, but anyway, that person that he's saying is Neely is my biological mother. The person from whom's uterus I came. I'm very slightly, not slightly even, I'm very concerned that he was just able to, like, track down her real name. But he's saying that she is Neely, and I've met her before, you know. She's my aunt's friend, and, you know, of course I beat her. But, like, she's not Neely. This is getting too much for me, dude. My brother, this is getting too much for me. So that's stressing me out as well. Because like I tell him as such, right? Because like, oh, I know that person. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I know he sort of, but not really, watches my videos. But like, that's creepy. Like, and I'm like scared. And so he's just like, hey, can you set up like an interview where we can meet up with her? Hello? No. I'm scared. I'm scared out of my mind. Again, I have no clue what this accent is. I'm scared out of my mind. Cause you know, I've never met this guy in person before. I mean, he seems cool enough, but, you know, I'm an AFAB trans man who doesn't know what the fuck they are. It's pretty scary. It's a pretty scary thing. Pretty scary. And then he's gonna be meeting up with not only me, but my biological mother. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm scared. But like, we're gonna be meeting in like a public place. So, you know, it's my biological mother, me, and this random guy I met on the internet who was saying my biological mother played Neely on a Rocky Horror TV channel. So, yeah, that's what's been going on with my life. How has yours been? Great! Fantastic! Yay! Love this. Love this for me. I'm doing so great. So, hi everyone. It's boy, Lumpy. So we're gonna perform an interview with Neely, aka my biological mother. I'm really nervous. I haven't seen her in a while, and you know, this is my first time since like discovering everything that like I've you know, talked to her. But I was gonna do this originally with John, but you know, I kind of I was like talking to him, and like he like didn't do it last minute. I was just like, oh, okay. So I'm nervous. You know, scary. It's very scary. It's very scary being here doing this. But yeah.
Hey kid, what's up?
Hi. So you remember how I texted you and I said we were gonna do the interview thing, and then yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure, okay. Hold on a second. Alright, kid, what do you need?
Well, you know, how I was texting you about like how I had a friend who was like wanted to interview you. Well, he didn't really come, but did you want to still do the interview?
Yeah, sure, yeah, okay.
Hi, Editing Lumpy here. So, Neely didn't want to have her face in the video, so, to, like, kind of represent who's talking, because our voices, they don't really sound alike, but they sort of sound alike. I mean, I was birthed by her, so, you know. I'm gonna represent us with little avatars on screen. I'm not really sure what they're gonna be. Also, I'm editing this way after I should be. Oh, this video was supposed to be done by the end of February, not now! Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So, just like general question, I guess. How have you been doing? I haven't seen you in like a long time, and I'm sorry about that. I haven't like contacted you or anything. But
It's no problem, kid. You know, I don't expect nothing from you. It's all right. Whatever. You know, it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me today. I'm really excited.
Oh, okay. Is this some kind of thing for what? I
Well,
don't get it.
Well, I this guy John, I met him online. But like he's been talking about like DTV and like
Wait a second. About DTV.
yeah.
Wait. So this is what this is about.
Yeah. And like
Oh, okay.
thank you for doing this interview with me.
All right. Well, you know, if we're going to be talking about like DTV and stuff, I don't know what your you know what they've been telling you or nothing about that. So you know, I just I'm just saying, you know, kid, it's just I don't want people like seeing me or nothing. I don't want people to like know where I am or nothing like that. I just
Like I blurred out addresses and all that stuff. So you don't need to worry. And I'll blur out your face if you want me to.
yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. But like the reason I kind of brought you here is because like online a bunch of people are like being super nostalgic over DTV and like
Nostalgic over DTV. Oh, okay, all right.
You know, for a lot of people in Delaware, it's like it was super impactful for them, including me. I used to watch it when I was probably far too young to be watching it, and you know I didn't know it was you until like you know he this guy John came to me and he's just like, oh, you know, this is the person and who played Neely, and you know.
Okay. All right.
So you know. It's cool, and a Wilmington local Rocky Horror cable channel. Who would have ever thought of that?
Yeah.
So the first question I have is how did you start out at DTV? Like what was the series of events that like led up to that?
I mean, it was a long time ago, but I mean, I guess it all started with everything that was going on in the UK when you know. It was a time, you know, and we were being kind of crazy, and I guess, but you know, it was something new, right? We were just trying to do something new. We were just trying to do something that was like that was edgy,
right?
Because that was the time that we wanted to do. Always wanted to be pushing it just a little bit more, and it seemed like people were. I mean, it seemed like it really opened up some eyes. It seemed like it did something. It was really good, and then you know. And then they shut us down. They shut us down pretty quick in the UK. I mean, there was a lot that went on there, but it seemed like, you know, with the US, you know, the US seemed like a place. That was the place to go. That was the place to go. And at that time, you know, Delaware was cheap, and you know, but we got there,
right,
you know, and
right.
we went there and we got there and we set up, and it seemed like there we were able to do everything that we wanted to do, everything that we were trying to do. Right. It was so good, and it was well, you know, it was good till it wasn't, and then you know, but we were able to do a lot. It was good.
Right. You know, and thank God for that. Like DTV was amazing. Like some footage of you recently resurfaced online, and like you
of me what
of you like doing like the bumper segments for it. And
oh, okay, I was just making sure.
Right. How did you meet Farley, or at least like the actor who played Farley? You know.
Well, you know, Farley and I had been friends for a long time, and everything was great with the two of us. We, you know, like we had real vision. You know, I'd say probably when we were younger than you, we had real vision for what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it,
right?
And where we wanted to go,
right? And
it wasn't just for us. We wanted to make things bigger. We wanted to make things better. We wanted to really, really stir it up,
right?
Make it great. Make it really great. And yeah, and me and Farley were so close. We did everything. You know, and then we even came here. And here was the best. Yeah. That's where we were able to do all the things that we had hoped to do, you know, and we didn't have any of the constraints. We didn't have anybody telling us, you can't put that out there. You can't have that. You can't have that on TV. Nobody said anything like that to us.
Right, of course.
And we were able to do what we wanted. And yeah.
You know, you go you go against the norm. You play like everything, you know? It's not just like this, I guess, the sanitized version of Rocky Horror that some people like see it as. It's like it's everything. You did everything, you know?
Well, yeah. Back then it was you got to understand how big it was.
Right.
What we were doing.
Right.
It was so big. It was impossible what we were able to do. And so it was wonderful in that way. And until it wasn't. But at first it was really good.
Yeah.
You know, we had a good time and we were doing a whole lot of stuff together. And you know, and as I said, Folly and I were so close. It was fantastic.
Right.
You know, Folly and I were able to do so much until we weren't. But, you know, everything stops, you know, and not everything lasts forever. So, you know, that's that, you know. And then, of course, you know, if it wasn't for all of that, there wouldn't be all of you. So, you know, there we go. You know, so it was
right.
It was great.
Yeah.
Know? So yeah.
Yeah. All of me. Yeah. How speaking of like things coming to an end, how did DTV end? Like what was the deal with that? Because like I know a lot of us internet sleuths online have been like questioning like what was the deal with that? Like how did that happen? Because it was like so successful and like every kid, every teenager hopefully was watching it, aside from me who was a kid. I shouldn't have been watching it, but I was.
Well, I mean, part of it was because of, you know, the stuff that got us in trouble. You know, part of it was because of that, but most of it was because of damn Brad and Janet and you know, they had to leave. You know, the two of them just like up and leaving and just like breaking everything up. I mean, it's just like they just everything that they dipped their little scurvy little fingers into would always just blow up in it. And then of course they just like flit it off. And then that was it. It was all done. Hey.
I like in all my research of DTV, I've never like heard of Brad and Janet because like I
never heard of them.
Well, because like I've been looking into specifically the era I would have been watching, which would have been around 2012 to 2014, but like actually 2010, but whatever. Like I don't ever remember hearing about Brad and Janet, but yeah, that's like yeah.
Well, they were the ones that wrecked it. If they hadn't left, then they wouldn't have wrecked it. I mean, it was going just fine while they were here, but then they had to get up and go. And then when they up and went, then I mean, I can understand, but I can't understand because they blew everything up when they went. It's just, ugh.
Well, okay. What was your favorite part of working on DTV? What was like your favorite part of it? What was like I don't know, like a person or a segment or anything?
I mean, when I look back, the best part of it was just the connection. It was being a part of everything.
Right.
Like it was people watching it. It was like putting it out there, you know. And of course, as I said, with me and Folly at first, it was great, you know, best of friends. But then, yeah, and it wasn't so great. But yeah, it was the connection. It was the connection to everything, everyone.
Mm-hmm. You know, actually, I did hear a bit about Brad and Janet. I think John he has a website, right? And he posted this article on there about like a DTV like back in like I think it was 78, but like back in England, and like
this Brad and Janet like getting harassment because of like Rocky Horror, and like what was the deal with what were you a part of DTV in England? Because you said something about the UK earlier, and I don't know if you were.
Yeah,
not.
I was a part of it. I mean, you could say that I really was it. I mean, it was something special. It was something good, but it wasn't enough. I mean, we had to make it more. We had to make it. I mean, things got a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know, sure, everything got a little crazy, but it was still good. It was still nice. It was like, you know, I mean, we were discovering new things.
Right.
I mean, all the time. It was amazing. But yeah, you know, like I said, you know, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it there. So we had to come here. So that was good. You know, we came here and we had a little more freedom. We were able to do a little more, and it was just like, and it seemed like nobody was watching and nobody was paying attention. It was good, you know. And then we got to go back to the roots of it. We got to go back to that time, you know, when it wasn't so intense,
Right.
you know. But like I said, you know, Janet, ugh. I got to tell you, kid, you know, I get you. I respect you. You know, look, you know, you and me, we got our arrangement, all right?
Right.
We worked it out. You know what I mean? I'm just not a good mother. And, you know, and I told you that. You know, anytime I see you, I tell you I'm not a good mother. That's why I'm not with you. You know what I mean? But I got to tell you this. And I got to tell you this because, you know, I know it might not seem like it, but I actually do care about you, kid, okay?
Right.
So, like, the thing about it is I got to tell you, you don't want to be looking for some people, okay? Like, don't go looking for Brad and Janet. There's some people who need to stay lost. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There's some people who need to stay lost.
Yeah.
I mean it. All right? There's some situations that you just won't want to start digging up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
All right. I mean it. Don't go looking for those two.
Right. Yeah, that, like, I mean, until like 5 minutes ago, I didn't even really know that. I kind of thought it was just like a stage name or like a fake article or something that he just found and then, you know, posted on his website.
They're real. Real enough. Yeah.
I'm just gonna ditch the questions because, like, I don't know, but I personally, what I've been most interested in finding specifically has been Dr. F.
Dr. F.
Well, it's the sort of thing that, like, whenever he did like the pre-show before Rocky Horror, it was the sort of thing that, like, he was just like really calming to me and like.
No, kid. Okay, look. All right. Same as I just said, there are some people who just don't need to be found. All right? There is a reason why it ended here. There's a reason why in Delaware it didn't get to be as big as it could have been. And that's because of Dr. F. All right? Everything was wrecked, like in the UK. We couldn't go back there. We couldn't do anything. But, you know, here we really had a chance. And then he came along. Talentless hack. He came along and he took everything. He took everything. And I got to tell you, just the same as Brad and Janet, there are some people who do not need to be found. And there are definitely some people who do not need to be having some questions answered. Kid, you've got to believe me on this. All right? Look, you got some video or whatever. You know, if you want to have that say some kind of bedtime story for you, perfect. Wonderful, kid. Okay? You know, that's fantastic. But do not find him. Do not go looking for him.
Right.
Trust me, he is not somebody you want to meet. All right?
All right. I understand. If you don't mind me asking, I would like to continue my research into DTV, even if it's not like involving Dr. F or like Janet or anyone, like who is safe to talk to, like who do you feel deserves to be found?
You know, it was so long ago. Like, maybe Folly. Maybe. I mean, he definitely got problems as well. But, you know, maybe him. But just know, things can quickly turn with him.
Right.
they can kind of go off the rails real quick.
Right.
So just know that. But for the most part, as long as you phrase your questions right, he should be okay.
Okay.
He should be fairly safe, and he should be able to tell you some more about some stuff. But just know that he doesn't always tell the truth.
Right.
He's not what you can say reliable. You can't call him reliable, certainly, but he's probably the safest, and he's probably the one who could explain some of the stuff better than I can. But yeah.
Right.
But there's a lot of people, honey. Look, there's a lot of people that you don't want to find. Right. Dr. F is number 1. Number 2 and number 3, that's Janet, that's Brad.
Right.
All right. Yeah, you can find out anything else that you want to know. Heck, I might even have some tapes somewhere that I can give you. You don't have to go searching all over the place.
Right.
There's a reason why I always ask that you didn't know about me. About any of this.
Right.
Look, I'm trying to get away from that.
Right. Oh, yeah. I can imagine why. It's I mean, I in the clip that was shared online, you kind of you went on a bit of a rant at the end, and I think it was like right after Dr. F came on, and I kind of know what you mean, and like
yeah,
what you mean.
Well, like I said, there's some people who just shouldn't be found. Dr. F is definitely one.
Right, of course. I do have another question. If a more like not like crazy question, I guess. If you'd be willing to answer it.
Well, it depends on the question.
I just wanted to ask like how big the production was, like. Is it like my production right now where I just got a camera, you and me, and we're just sitting in your stairwell?
Look, at the end there were only the 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and Folly and Dr. F.
Uh-huh.
That's it. There was no one else.
Mm-hmm.
There was no fancy craft services and teams of assistant directors and editors and anything else. Everything was done by us.
Right.
Everything was just us.
Mm-hmm.
Just us and our camera and a little tiny studio. That's it.
Right.
It was just us.
Right.
There was we were able to do everything from nothing.
Right.
So in the end, yeah.
Right.
We were it.
If you could share those tapes with me whenever you get the chance, that would be great, Neely.
Yeah, okay. I could do that.
Yeah.
It might take me a minute, but I'll find them.
All
I'll
right.
get them to you.
All right. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, okay. Of course.
Thank you.
Hi, it's your boy, Lumpy. Oh, Jesus. So, here today, back again. I did a little bit of rearranging since the last time we were in my room. Fuck that stupid window. But, yeah, that was an interview with my mother, aka Neely. I mean, it's not her real name, of course. Who would name their child Neely? And the same parents that would name their child Lumpy. Listen, I chose that name for myself when I was 2, and I never looked back. She super concerns me. Just a tad. Just a tad. Like, also, I'm sad that I didn't get to do the thing with John today. With John. Because, like, I don't know, I think he would have been a little bit better at, like, asking questions instead of me, the socially anxious they loser. Then again, she barely knows that I'm he-they, so why bother? I'm gonna, like, actually take her advice. Like, 'cause I don't fucking know about no Brad, no Janet. Who the fuck am I, dude? Who the fuck am I? Some idiot, pathetic loser who an old. What even was she at the old DTV? I don't know. I didn't ask her. I don't know. Some production assistant kid. You know, what the fuck? What the fuck? Genuinely, what the fuck? Whose idea? Whose idea was that? Whose idea? Whose idea? What's the point? What is the point? Cause like, I'm like so. I still want to find Dr. F though. Like that is the only thing I fucking care about DTV. You know? And it makes me pissed off that she said that. Listen. He's like the only thing I remember from DTV. I remember my fucking own mother, but I remember him. The way he talked. Everything about him. God, what? I mean, fuck. What am I gonna do? Like, seriously, what am I gonna do? What the fuck? What the fuck am I gonna do? What? Who am I gonna ask? Who? What's the point? The only reason we found Neely is because she's my fucking mom. So what's the point of trying to fucking find someone who knows Dr. F? Farley. I mean, hold on. I mean, she doesn't have to know. She doesn't. I can get into contact with Farley. I can get into contact with Farley. Fucking John, he has a huge platform. Well, I wouldn't say huge, but he has a bigger platform than me. He can spread the word. Oh, shit. Oh, holy shit. We got ourselves. He can help us find it. We got ourselves an adventure. We're gonna fucking find this Dr. F. We're gonna fucking find him. We're gonna fucking see what he says about DTV. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. It's amazing. Fuck yeah.
So hi everyone. I am here today. I'm meeting up with John for the first time. And I'm very excited. So yeah, cool. What's taking him so long? Like, God, you know, he wasn't.
Oh my god, hello! Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello.
Say hi to the viewers at home.
Hi viewers. My god.
So this is John. Hi. I'm Lumpy. You already shook my hand.
Yes.
A lot. Let me just like prop my camera up, like over here. So, hi. I mean, we talked in like DMs and stuff, like.
Yeah.
But it's so nice, like actually meeting you.
Oh my god. I like don't know how to react right now. Like.
Yeah. But you know,
I have some like things that I wanted to tell you that I couldn't like necessarily tell you in DMs. Like
Speak.
like so I did the Neely interview without you because you didn't show up.
Mean.
Well, I couldn't really like it was the sort of thing that I had already scheduled it with her, and but I don't get to see her often, and she's yeah. But like I just I was talking to her. She like warned me a lot to like not look into DTV more, specifically like Dr. F and stuff. Like
yes. Yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah. But it turns out you posted that newspaper article on your website about a Brad and Janet who worked for a DTV in Britain.
Oh yeah.
Well, it turns out that my mom, she worked there too at one point. And I think like that might be important to like kind of piece together the mystery. Like she didn't say a lot about it, but and I really think you're really good at finding people, obviously, because you found out that she was my mom.
Yeah.
But like, do you think you could find them potentially and see if they would be willing to do an interview?
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it would take me all that long, maybe like a day or two to get the connections down, but yeah, I'd say I can find them pretty quickly.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's see. The only other question I really have is like what is like most important to you to find out about DTV? Because like for me it really is finding Dr. F, and like my mom like discouraging me so much to like not find him is like okay, and she's going to send me tapes of like her, but I think she's only going to send me tapes before Dr. F joined.
Yeah, well, I know you don't want to find, I can't say you don't want to find Dr. F, but I would say something very important would be finding Dr. F.
Right.
Because regardless of whether or not your mother is discouraging it, it's still very important to piece together everything by finding Dr. F, because you can find Brad, you can find Janet, you can find everybody else, but without Dr. F, there's obviously going to be a pretty big gap missing.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you so much for meeting up with me, John.
Well, you're welcome, and I should more be thanking you because I don't get out often anymore.
Yeah. You're sure you're straight?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you very much for this. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
It's been a pleasure meeting you too.
All right. Thank you.
Look, okay, I get it. But the thing you got to understand, all right? The thing you got to understand is that, it was a mess, all right? I mean, Folly for all of his problems, for all of his stuff. I mean, at least he's not dangerous. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't want anything connected. I just didn't want you to be connected to anything that was dangerous, okay? I mean, I know you don't understand, like, the stuff that's going on.
Hi everybody, welcome to another sketchbook tour with your boy, Lumpy, who's behind the camera. That was pretty obvious, wasn't it? Anyway, we got a sketchbook. This sketchbook was really cool and really good for me. This is like the best sketchbook I've done so far. I know I said that about like a couple sketchbooks ago, but this one's really good. I really like it. POV when blocking starts next week. Sword of Damocles is hanging over my head. And I got a feeling someone's gonna be cutting the thread no more 3 times. Oh, Woe's me, my life is a misery. Oh, can't you see that I'm at the start of a pretty big downer? I'm very tired. But also, blocking didn't even start for another, like, month. So, yeah. So, what would an alien planet look like? Well, I could say, but then I'd have to kill you. Sign totally not from another planet, Lumpy. I'm so fucking proud of these thighs. So, as I clung to his side, how I started to cry, cause I wanted to be dressed just the same. That is actually inspired by My Little Pony shot in Candlelight Wedding. I still love My Little Pony. It will always be my second. Is it just being a femme lesbian with extra steps? The rise and fall of Lumpy Rack and the genders from Mars. There is still time in this. I saw the TV glow. I love it. I can't watch it because it triggers my maladaptive daydreaming, but it's good. I like it. And Rocky in a style swap, and I love him. No belly button because he wasn't born. I stole that from the Shara Jane Chronicles. Yeah. I am, in fact, midway through a pretty big downer, and I have kinship towards Rocky. And then this was me dancing. I didn't like it. It was my first time in the men's room, though. It's crazy. And then, Rocky Horror, you need peace of mind. I want to tell you that you're doing just fine. You're a product of another time. Feeling down, well, that's no crime. That ain't no crime!
I know a lady, good and evil, showed me that I was a gentleman. Wait for the girl to blossom into colors that grow where you can.
See you next sketchbook. I sure hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's great. I love sketchbooks, and I only have 8 minutes left of storage left. So yeah. Okay, bye!
Not going out there, Folly. I told you I'm not going out there. Yeah, and to start to close out our night, here is Neely Pritt's Hour of Fun, featuring me, Neely Pritt. Yay. Anyway, so if you haven't been here on DTV before, this is a daily pre-show before we show the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And we show the Rocky Horror Picture Show every single night. Yes, indeed. And here I am. and here I am. Here to present to you hour of entertainment. Hour of entertainment. Hour of entertainment. Yes, hour of entertainment. And before the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, because that's what we do here on DTV every single night. And I have to record a different one every single night. But yes. That's what we're doing here. That's, you know, what we got going on. So, even though there's no live studio audience, do we have any virgins in the audience tonight? Feel free to call this toll-free number right here to tell us if you are a Rocky Horror virgin or a DTV virgin. He told me that I couldn't talk about my life because my life is depressing. Yeah, you know, my favorite Rocky Horror story that I got is back. I was part of the Shadowcast. I know, it's crazy. I played Janet. I know, crazy. But it's the sort of thing that, You know, Janet's a very fun character to play. She's a complete and utter bitch, and that's why I love her. That's why I love her. But and that fucking light, Ollie, you know, get that light checked out. Been telling you for months, and you know, he never listens to me. I'm just his assistant. He doesn't listen to me. But anyway, I was playing Janet, and we got this Frankenfurter. Listen, I've been playing Janet at this Shadowcast for forever. Like ever since before DTV even started. You know, it was the sort of thing that, you know, I was just playing Janet. You know, I don't look like Janet, and you know, I probably will never look like Janet, but I was playing Janet. But it was the sort of thing of, you know, we got a new Frank, and I mean, he's charming. This Frank is charming. This Frankenfurter's charming. He's still playing there. This Frankenfurter, he's real charming, right? But he is a horrible Frankenfurter, I'll tell you that much. You know, when you're playing Frankenfurter, you gotta have that suave attitude. You gotta have that seductiveness. But the thing is, he came here over here from Britain, so he's British. He's British, and you know, he's British, and he comes over here and he joins our Shadowcast, and you know, he's charming. He's real charming. He's a real charming fellow, but again, he can't do it. He can't play Frank. It's just like, it's just the thing with him. He can't do it. He can't. I mean, I wasn't convinced, and the audience wasn't convinced that he could be, you know, seductive or anything like that. But he's there, right? And this is kind of similar to what I'm doing right now, you know, Rocky Horror pre-show, except I had an audience there, and I have an audience there because I do that every week because it's fun. Love doing it. It's my job. But you know, I do the Rocky Horror pre-show, and it's his first time there. And you know, you want to know what he did? This is Folly, get that stupid light fixed. I swear to God, Folly, get that stupid light fixed. You don't fix it, I'm gonna fix it for you, and you're not gonna like the job I do fixing it. Okay. Alright. But anyway, where was I at? He comes into the show, right? And while I'm giving my little pre-show, he just bursts onto the stage and starts trying to seduce me. And, you know, I can't tell if this is in, like, character or not, but he tries real hard. Folly, listen. And it works. So here I am. few months and, you know, don't plan to take maternal leave. That would be just plain silly. You know, I do it. It's my job. You know, they're allowed to have a pregnant Janet. They're allowed to have a pregnant Neely. Fuck you, Folly. Get that light fixed. I am pregnant. First off, I am upset. Second off, because I have been telling you to get that light fixed for months. For months, Folly. And, you know, I'm a very rational woman. I don't like it when things aren't going the way they're supposed to. This is my pre-show. It's my pre-show. You know, you don't want to be the face of DTV. I get that. But what makes you think that I want to be the face of DTV? What makes you think that I, out of all the other people who were there, want to be the face of DTV? Sonny would have liked this better. You know, Sonny, that little twerp, he would have liked this better. But, alright, you fucking poisoned his friend. So, can't get him. Fucking poisoned him. Fucking poisoned him, and we're on the run from the fucking law, Folly. We're on the run from the fucking law. And all you can do is sit there and watch me suffer through you refusing to fix anything around here. Refusing to fix anything. And you know, I can't do this shit. I can't fix a lot. I'm fucking really about to burst. You're not gonna give me maternal leave, I know that much. You're not gonna give me shit. It's just gonna make me work here until I die. Folly. I loved you. I really loved you. Fuck. And look where I am. Fucking look where I am. What can I do? What can I do? Yes, right. I'm supposed to talk like this. I'm supposed to talk like this. None of you saw that. None of that happened. None of that happened. None of that happened. None of it. None of it. I'm gonna fix that light. I tell you what, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's going to be fine. What time is it? What time is it even? What time is it? Okay. Let's start. That's what y'all want me to do. You just want me to start. Well, we want lips because Rocky Horror Picture Show is up next. Good night, everybody.
Hi, it's your boy, Lumpy. I straightened my hair again. Today's been a very long day for me. Just there's some bullshit going on, dude. Bullshit? Just bullshit. Fuck. But I guess I wanted to come on here to talk about DTV. And the reason this has been kind of hard for me is 'cause, like, John has been receiving some, like, really bullshit messages on his Tumblr, and we don't know what's going on. We don't know who's sending them. But, like, real bullshit sort of messages being like, oh, what the fuck, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, that's not cool. No, it's like, it's people who like, stalked him and were, like, harassing him, and it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I have, like, no control over it. There's nothing I can do. What the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, he comes to me and he bitches about it to me. It's just like, what? No, what? But yeah. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, really. I'm fucking fantastic. He comes to me. He comes to me. Now he's got me scared. Now he's got me scared. And someone's gonna find me, and someone's gonna start sending these messages to me. I didn't. Like, dude, seriously, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You know? You're harassing some random autistic man on the internet. For what? For what? For what? You're stalking him. I talked to Brad and Janet's son, like, last week. I don't fucking know. At some point, John got me in contact with him. He acts like, you know, it's some inherently evil thing. I could say that shock treatment is some inherently evil thing because my mom is inspired a character in it. You know? I could say that. But I don't, because, you know, it's... Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? It's a good movie. It's a fucking great movie. I fucking love that movie. You know? You know, it's misrepresenting some shit, but, like, it's a good movie. It's not like reality TV. It's no, it's like some random bullshit movie, and I'm not sure if you realize, but Rocky Horror isn't real, isn't based on true events. So why the fuck are you so offended by a movie that isn't based on anything? Like, why the fuck are you so offended by me asking if you know a Dr. F? Why are you so fucking offended by me? Why are you so fucking offended by that? Fuck!
It's not true. It's it's completely fictitious. Richard O'Brien was just like, those names sound cool, I guess. Cool. Let me use them. It's not fucking real. Why are you so, like, uppity about it? Why are you so, like, oh my gosh, like, that sounds like you're hiding some shit. That sounds like you're hiding some shit. Like, it's bullshit! It's bullshit! It's fucking bullshit! Melvin. A fucking name like Melvin. Melvin fucking Majors. And, you know, I could get if he was, like, even fucking offended by shock treatment. Because I know that that's real. Like, or at least based on, like, somewhat true events. But, like, Rocky Horror is not real, dude. Like, you're acting like it completely defamed your parents. Obviously not. They got the job at the original DTV. Like, acting like it completely ruined them. Completely ruined them. No, it didn't fucking completely ruin them. Obviously it didn't fucking completely ruin them. Like, just say your dad is a pathetic loser. Like, I can't say nothing about the real life Brad. And Melvin, you sure are a pathetic fucking loser. You know, it's probably him who's sending all these fucking messages to John. Probably. What the fuck? What the fuck, Melvin? What the fuck? Ah! You're like... I hated talking to him. I hated him with a burning fucking passion. You know, DTV is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna fucking tell you this. It's fucking amazing. DTV. You know, it brought me joy. And Rocky Horror has brought me specifically joy. And just because some whiny, pathetic bitch thinks that he can, like, you know, wreck my enjoyment of this movie. Some whiny, pathetic bitches on Tumblr and in real life, you know, can think they can wreck my enjoyment of this movie is fucking pathetic. This movie is in my genes. In my genes. My mom got knocked up with me at a fucking Shadowcast. So, what the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? It's a great movie. It fucking rules. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Fuck! No, I'm not fucking letting you ruin this for me. This is my comfort. This is my comfort. My comfort movie. You're not fucking letting... You're not fucking ruining this for me. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Shaker. Fuck! Ah! I hate them! I hate them all! Fuck, they can burn in fiery pits of hell! Like, the only person I don't hate is my mom. So, fucking there. Fucking there. Bye, I guess. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Yeah. Okay. I'm still gonna go, Mom. Okay, just because you think I shouldn't go doesn't mean I'm not gonna go. I'm still gonna go. Mom, this is my only chance to meet him. When is he going to be in the US again? When? Tell me.
fuck's sake, he's my dad. When else am I going to get to meet him? Okay. Alright, fine. I don't care. Don't care. I'm hanging up. Okay. Love you. Bye. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's your boy, Lumpy. And I discovered a hidden talent of mine. I realized that I can make any song sound like a Crashout song, and it's really funny. So because I can make any song sound like a Crashout song, I decided that I would sing Touch Me as a Crashout song, because, I really like it. It's a really good song. And, if it was a Crashout song, she's rightfully crashing out, because her man doesn't love her. She doesn't have anyone to love. No one will touch her. No one will love her, and, think about her. Think about Janet for a minute. How does she feel? Not very good. Not very good at all. She's rightfully crashing out. She wants to be touched. So, yeah. It's gonna get emotional. I was feeling done and couldn't win. I'd only ever kissed before. I thought there's no use getting into heavy petting. It only leads to trouble and seat-wetting. Now all I want to know is how to go. I've tasted blood and I want more. I do love no resistance. I want to stay the distance. I got an itch to scratch. I need assistance. Touch me. I wanna be dirty. Throw me, chew me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. And if anything grows while you pose, I'll lure you up and rub you down. But that's just one small fraction of the main attraction. You need a friendly hand, and I need action. Touch me. I wanna be dirty. Throw me to me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Oh my god. What am I doing? Touch me! I wanna be dirty! Throw me to me, fulfill me! Creature of the night! Oh my fucking god, what does she want? What does she want from me? Mom, I'm recording a video. What do you want?
Mom, don't give me the fucking silent treatment. Mom. Mom. Just listen for once. Mom? Mom? Mom, are you there? Mom?
I thought it would be normal. I thought she was just paranoid. I saw him on the screen. For once, I saw myself looking back at me. It was exactly how I wanted to look. How I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. And then he died. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He died. Because the world is cruel to people like me. The world doesn't care about people who care. It wants them dead, and fuck. What am I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to know? I met him for 5 minutes. He knew who I was for 5 minutes. And then he was gone. And now he'll never know who I was. I wanted an adventure. I wanted a game I could play. I wanted a fantasy. I wanted something I could never have. I wanted to be a hero who brought a channel back from the depths of obscurity. Who brought it to the masses but I couldn't be that. Wouldn't be that. I'm a kid. I thought I was helping, but I didn't listen. I didn't listen. I thought that it would be great to be this picture of masculinity. But it wasn't. It hurt. This all feels like ballet, doesn't it? So dramatic. Son looking for his father. His mother telling him not to. But him going anyway, and everyone suffering. Everyone suffering. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be flexible and good. I never was. Now here I am. My name is Lumpy Rock. My name is Lucian Henderson. My name is Winslow Stone. And I met a man today. I won't say his name. He doesn't deserve that. He knew my father and my mother. My father long, long before this began. And he worked with my mother. He looked a lot like me. Deep eyes, smile lines. You have never expected him to be in his early 60s. He looked about my same age. This was in the late 70s. The original DTV wasn't doing the best. He knew two of the people from there from before, and he had a friend. They worked there together, and as he was explaining this, I pictured me and John in my head. Then he told me what happened to his friend, and the image became clearer. There was a reason the original DTV fell apart. One of the people who was there that night, he told me that there was a reason she was so angry at him. He told me about Farley, the child in adult clothes. He wanted everything. Most of all, he wanted Dr. F. What would be better than letting your camera girl have his child? I saw myself in him, in Farley, in this man. A child forced to grow up, yet still seen as a child. He lost his best friend, his home, his family. I lost my friend, my parents, a thing I once loved. And I realized he was me. He was me. I was looking in his eyes, but I didn't see his. I saw mine looking back at me. I knew everything all along. How could I be so stupid? Someone lied about what they created. Nothing new, nothing original. They say they come up with it themselves, but they bury the people who actually did the work, the effort.
I'm ashamed of them, of the scam artists who told me I could be myself and I could be happy. They told me I could be happy if I didn't care what people thought, that everything would be alright no matter what. We would survive as a community. They looked me in the eyes and said, be yourself no matter who tries to threaten you. Turns out it wasn't even them who said it. There was a community of DTV. There was a community of Rocky Horror. Nothing is original. There was a lie and a falling apart. There was a community there every night. Nothing is original. There was an idol. There was a betrayal. Nothing is original. And now what do? I, he, they, has no one left to trust. He can't picture himself in 5 years because what if everyone was lying all along and there isn't a hope for tomorrow? There is no way to rose tint their world. I don't want to fall apart. Nothing's new. Nothing's original. There is always a boy trying to find himself through his family. There will always be a young queer who finds themselves through a movie. There will always be a creative. Thank you all for watching DTV. Crawling on the planet's face, there were some insects called the human race. They were lost in time, and they were lost in space and meaning. The sun never sets for those who ride into it. Remember that. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Science fiction, double feature, fully built and lost his creature. Darkness has conquered John and Lumpy. No one's home on this distant planet. Whoa. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. Whoa. To the late night double feature picture show.